It's an operation that only stops for refueling and briefings. But while the military may have been mobilized quickly, it hasn't been enough to bring the relief this country so desperately needs. Beyond the sprawl of Nepal's capital is where the extra effort is needed most.
From this altitude, you can see just how inaccessible this terrain is to the Special Forces rescuers. Lieutenant Colonel Thapar really has a colossal job on his hands.
Perched on mountainsides, homes that have collapsed. But the army says there would be no way of reaching anyone trapped inside unless teams were winched down from helicopters at hundreds of thousands of locations. And here a landslide on a small village that's disappeared in a mound of earth. The number of dead is unknown. This is one of many further disasters in the wake of the quake and its aftershocks. Lieutenant Colonel Thapar is defending his operation against international criticism, insisting that while so many have died, few people are recognizing or even counting how many have been saved.
One Mi-17 helicopter of the Nepalese army, if I am correct, flew 68 missions on the day in one 24-hour cycle, pulled out over 370 people.
Landing at the town of Dulokhel, it isn't long before the commander sees his ground forces in action, bringing casualties to a district hospital that should be treating less than 300 patients. Right now, the figure stands at just under 800, and doctors admit the situation is at breaking point. Muna Lama has a serious back injury. She's traveled for more than 100 kilometers for treatment on a floor. There are no beds, no mats, no trolleys left. This hospital is totally overwhelmed. It's remarkable the doctors and nurses keep going. They've been working since Saturday.
We have to help them. That's why we are left undamaged in this earthquake. We were at our homes, but we escaped and we just came to the hospital. Since then, we are working.
The treatment starts on the streets outside as the casualties keep coming in. People continue to get injured when unstable buildings collapse, often because of aftershocks. Others have been traveling long distances for treatment. At first sight here, you'd be forgiven for thinking the earthquake had only just happened. Andrew Simmons, Al Jazeera, Dulokhel, Nepal.